Okay. Ah, I need more. I need more. Yes, I need more.
If it means so much to you, then this I swear to you upon my life, upon our lives, that when your training is complete, I will answer everything. There shall be no more shadows between us, only truth that exists between master and apprentice.
Okay, so yeah, we've heard all that.
Ask.
I do apologise for putting you through it for a second time. Did you know Atris?
I know her as much as I know any Jedi. If you have other questions, you may ask those, but on Atris, I can provide you no answers that you cannot find on your own.
Okay, so she does know her though.
Ask.
Ah, you know you lied to me. Terrible liar. Very knowledgeable, but terrible liar. Okay, so I had questions about how Revan amassed such a huge force against the Republic.
A discussion, perhaps, for another time.
No! For now!
Ask.
God. Did you know Revan?
I misspoke before, and I do not wish to choose my...
Oh, she's such a cow, isn't she? And well, I don't suppose she'll answer this either. Asking why none of the Jedi Masters mentioned her.
Ignorance.
Ooh.
And perhaps they do not remember or care. It is of no consequence to me or to them.
Are you sure?
Do not let them discover what makes you what you are before you do, or the consequences for the galaxy will be terrible.
Why?
Because you learned to live without the Force, and that is something that the galaxy is not ready to accept.
Okay. Damn you, Cray. Damn you. So many unanswered questions. Playing hard. Forget it. Do not stress yourself, Shala. Sometime in the future she'll have all this information that she just wants to tell us, and she just won't be able to help herself, you know. She can't help but spout her knowledge at us, so we just have to play patiently. Don't try and badger her, don't show any hints of, you know, eagerness, because then she has power over you. Just play it nonchalantly, and I'm sure she'll give us what we need eventually. And last but by no means least, Atten.
Something up?
No. Just thought I'd check on by, come and have a chat with you.
Alright. What did you want to know?
Why can't we have any new conversations with him? Out of all the people that have bored us to death on this ship, the one person Shala actually wants to talk to has nothing to say. God, it's so frustrating. Right. We're gonna save it. So we've spoken to everybody, Bowder, the HK, yeah, I believe we've talked to everybody, and we have our new lightsaber with stat enhancements, and thus we are ready to press on to the next location. Now let me just check one thing. We are level... what level are we? We are level 15. Now apparently at level 15 I should be able to speak to Kreia and therefore pick a specialization, but for some reason she didn't seem to mention anything like that, so I'm just going to go back and have a look just to make sure I haven't missed anything obvious. That's what I read anyway. As soon as you hit level 15 you get to pick a specialization, i.e. Sith Lord or whatever it was, something or other.
Yes.
Can you teach me about the Shala crystal? Nothing to do with the Shala crystal. See if we can ask her about lightsaber combat.
That is something we will leave until we possess a lightsaber and a proper sparring partner.
I have a lightsaber, but maybe not a sparring partner. Okay, what other training can you offer?
Very well. What is it that drives you?
What drives me? What drives me? Oh, man! Any more lightsaber forms?
The Jedi practice many forms, many styles of lightsaber combat. You may
Yes,
have already
yes,
felt the
I
sheep
felt
others
sheet
may have.
show, yes, blah-de-blah, blah-de-blah-de-blah.
Very well.
What is it that drives you? Force forms? What's the force forms?
Very well.
Just teach me more. I just wanted to know more.
Very well.
I wish to know more about the folk. The trading can wait to Shalar Crystal, sure, but what is going on? Fine. Maybe we have to wait till we get onto the planet side before, or maybe she has to be in our party. But yeah, we're level 15, so I'm a little bit at a loss as to what we need to do to learn the specialization. Anyway, we've loitered enough on this godforsaken vessel. Time to go to pastures new. Paragus, Telos Citadel Station, Onderon, Nar Shaddaa, Dantooine, and Korriban. So there's Onderon, Nar Shaddaa, and Korriban. Nar Shaddaa, please.
Here we are, the Smuggler's Moon. It's the gaping maw of Nal Hutta, swallowing all the cargo and spaceport thugs the galaxy has to offer. Mandalorians, mercenaries, war veterans, and pilots from the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War ended up on Nar Shaddaa, from all sides of the conflict. When the last war ended, there was no place left for them to go. Nar Shaddaa's a rough place and easy to get lost in. Or for someone to get lost. If you wanted to keep out of sight from the Sith for a while, you couldn't pick a better spot.
Okay, let's ask a few questions, shall we? So, what's Nal Hutta?
It means glorious jewel in Huttese, but don't let that fool you. It's the central breeding grounds of the Hutts. Nar Shaddaa orbits it. Nal Hutta's as slimy as the Hutts. Lots of swamp and bloated gas. It's where those slugs reach out and grab chunks of the galaxy. Trust me, we're not going to go anywhere near the place unless we want to be washing the stink out of our clothes for the next few years.
It might take longer than that for some of us.
You spend all day thinking up that joke?
Uh-oh.
Maybe you and Beodur should start a circus.
I fail to understand the reference. Explanation will prove worthwhile.
Oh, those two lack of humour. Not like our good friend Atten. He doesn't really like the disciple at all, does he? Good God. Okay, so there's a lot of ex-soldiers of Nar Shaddaa?
Yeah. Some came looking for work running freight and cargo. Still, there's only so many ships to go around and so many workers. So others lend their weapons to the Hutts in the exchange. It's become a prime base for raider recruitment across the galaxy.
Right. And how hard exactly would it be to find a Jedi here?
It won't be easy. There's so much traffic on Nar Shaddaa. Finding anyone on the moon's surface is going to be hard. We're going to touch down in the refugee sector. There's a lot more traffic there, and it's harder for people to spot you coming in. Or find you once you arrive.
Obviously, we know he's been here before, he's told us. But we'll just say it again. Just in case it unlocks something else.
Anyone flying the Star Lanes has docked on Nar Shaddaa at least once. I wouldn't want to live there, and I doubt anyone does by choice.
Okay, so what's the refugee sector? That sounds like a rather stupid question to ask. It's a sector full of refugees, isn't it? Okay. So, yes, I think we've questioned him enough. So let's get ourselves down on Nar Shaddaa, shall we?
I've plotted a course for the refugee sector, and we should touch down within the hour. Once we're down, we should finally be able to breathe easy. There's no way anyone's gonna find us here.
Josimu Poindorakawa Ichivendumo Paramakawana Abawasi. You Groren one Mapusiti Nolara.
Honto no saka, Jita Pedwana Maticha, Kichu no Kaga Mirenito. Renfiloso ni Heku Chupanaret, Atamakcha.
Taranamo Sibu and Nasarans, Krema Sukun Ratungala, Chawi Mo Jubu and Kosoracha. Mababe want to susi to Mukarata. To Aspectonata be Maba Chopto. Torenibo Inturata Sisi Maborokra.
Request. If Goto's vessel is no longer neutral ground, inform us so that we might initiate assassination protocols and commence firing at once.
Kavadumpe Masuraku, Popayi Botenya, Tachimurova Gamsa, Javascobo Subjo, Richisa Karvenukso, Mochito Sasa Grindeo, Kichu no Kaga Renito. Renfiloso ni Heku Chupanaret, Atamakcha. Tahupo Botenya Gojucho Picha, Gwentaba ni Sochu, Norotoga Proto Lalashishi, Juvadosa Jibacha, Ratakmansan, Tokosha na Chitolo.
Observation. Jedi follow the self-destructive path of pacifism and tolerance. They will not attack first.
Doveri Nincha, Yonona Shitasa Chuch.
Too right. There's a darkness in her.
Doveri Nincha, Yonona Shitasa Chuch. Goli Rosodish. Ranta Class Mobas.
Ooh, you dare lay a finger at my companion's Levin. I'll take those little tentacles of yours and wrap them around and shove them so far up something or other you won't know what's hit you.
The beautiful stench and decay of desperate living.
This moon, it teems with life. It is difficult to center oneself.
Welcome to Nar Shaddaa. Towering buildings kilometers high and miles deep, with canyons so wide you could have a dogfight in them. Word of warning, watch where you step. You'll fall for hours.
Okay, good. Are you sure we're going to be okay in this landing pad?
Sure. Most of the landing pads around here are unclaimed, or should be. They're pretty badly maintained, so they're not safe to land on. Well, I mean, not this one. But they all have the reputation, so we should be all right. I think.
Are you sure? The ship looks a bit exposed here.
Maybe a little, but landing here means we didn't have to transmit our ID signature. You know what trouble that always brings. In fact, while we're here, we should get those signatures changed. Wouldn't make us such a target when we enter a new system.
Okay. So this is a refugee sector?
Yeah, in all its glory. Don't get your hopes up from what you see here, though. As soon as we hit the main sector, that's when the smell and the mobs can get pretty bad.
Make sure to bring my clothes pegs then, shall I? Right, so obviously there's no docking authorities here in this uncharted area, so we don't need to ask that. So all that is left for us to do is to move on.
Alright then, let's move out. Where are we headed exactly?
You're the tour guide.
We go. If what we seek is here, we shall come upon it in due time.
Yeah, if you want to stay on the ship and meditate some more, don't let us stop you.
Who's this? Zezkai L? Who's he? I don't know who he is, so I'm not going to ask about him. I don't want to lay low. Why would I want to lay low? I want to cause hell and raise a ruckus. So, new equipment? Not too fussed about new equipment. And, I just suppose we'll take Cray's line of tact. We'll just see where our path takes us. And if she's right, trouble will almost certainly find us.
Alright, if you have any questions, just ask. We should be able to leave the ship here as long as we want. No one supervises these landing pads anymore.
You there!
Uh-oh.
What's with you? Letting that piece of junk sink its struts into my landing pad!
I think it's fine where it is.
It'll be fine where it is. Yeah, I guess you're right. And by right, I mean you're wrong. Telling me it'll be fine where it is. What, you think I'm stupid? I got another ship coming in, and unless you want that piece of junk's hull crushed flat, you better move it. Get it?
What the hell is this creature? Oh, do I nearly have to pay? My persuasion isn't too good. What are the ship you talking about?
That's none of your business. All you need to know is that they're gonna be firing up their quad lasers if they find your ship squatting there when they arrive.
Ah, right. Well, I suppose we might have to pay for the space. If you get my meaning, would you be susceptible to a bit of credits for your trouble?
Yeah, right now all I'm hearing is talk. How much you offering?
I'm guessing 50 credits would suffice. He doesn't look exactly like the lavish type.
Dan, pleasure doing business with you. I got some visitors booked for your space, but I'm sure the two of you can work it out when they arrive.
Right. Martin, come along. And HK, why not? Wow. So we are ready to explore Nar Shaddaa. So join me next time. We shall head out to find out what trouble we can get ourselves into. See you then.